Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to post about another ARC that I was given by Crystal Lake, and it's a heck of a read. It's um Conjuring the Demon by John Durgin. So this is a part of the Newport Curse trilogy, and it's one of my favorites out of the indie horror scene. So the first indie horror book that I read when I was still in my MFA program and I was figuring out what I like to write and what I enjoy was The Cursed Among Us, which is the first book in the series. And it's sprawling and fun, and it's kind of campy in its own way. There's slashery aspects to it. And I was like, wow. And it partially inspired what became my thesis novel for my MFA, because I really love the small town vibes. It's a little New Hampshire town, but it made me think of where I grew up here in rural Appalachia. So following that, last year I was able to get an ARC for Consumed by Evil, and that's the second book in the series that continues directly from the last one. And it's kind of like, I would compare it to the Halloween 2 of this universe. Is you're continuing the story, there's a lot happening, you think everything ends, but surprise, it does not. And thus Conjuring the Demon comes, and we're quite a bit later on in the timeline now. And man, and there's kind of a dual timeline thing going on where we get to see why Jessica ended up doing what she did. And Howie, the lone survivor, and of course, if you're watching this, there's a lot of there are spoilers because I am talking about the third book in the series. The lone survivor, besides one other girl who he's lost touch with, but reunites with during this book, of his friend group. It's been 25 years, and he is called back to Newport because of his mother. And this is where it caught me off guard, because it connected to Inside the Devil's Nest, which is another book that I've read by John. And it's a really, really fun read. And it takes place after that and in the same universe. And I remember them mentioning Inside the Devil's Nest, I believe they mentioned Newport, but I didn't think about it. I think they mentioned the murders or something like that. The Henry Black, the heart killer, if that's what he was called. I believe that's what he said. Yeah, the Black Heart Killer. So it was a heck of a read. And then we end up with this 20 years later. He's forced to come back. And then you find out there's a connection between the demon in Inside the Devil's Nest and Consumed by Evil. These three entities are all from the same place. And surprise, surprise, the leader of the coven, because of course there's a coven, and the coven is what is creating these issues for them. The coven ends up with all this craziness, and most of them are thought to be gone, but they're not, because of course they're not. That's just how it works. And once everything concludes, it's not the ending you're expecting. Part of you hopes for another happy ending for the kids, now adults. Part of you hopes that everything can end in a way that resolves well, and in a way it does. And I'm not going to give that away, but this is written so well, and it's the perfect final to a trilogy. It answers all the questions as to why Jessica and Henry Black were the way they were. Why did Jessica become the thing she was? Why was she buried where she was? Why did Henry Black kill her? Why did they keep moving forward as they did? And that's what's incredible about John's writing, is that he did it so well in such an organic and cinematic way that you are there in Newport. You are at the crappy motel that Howie ends up staying in at first. You are in the diner. You are around the bar dealing with all of this. And it's just incredible and such a fun read. And I can't recommend it more. It's probably after A Blackened Heart, A Blackened Soul. It is probably my favorite book I've read this year. And there's quite a few more, but those are my top two, both from Crystal Lake. And I am excited to see where John goes next, because this section is over now. So he has a lot, he can play with more standalones, and those have been fun because I've read so many of his books. I think the only one I haven't read currently is Kosa, and I have it on my bookshelf, but still haven't got around to it. But anyways, so that's, you should go out and buy the trilogy. Just read the whole thing. And it's out on Friday the 13th, which is the perfect time for it. And I really hope you guys enjoy it and go out and get it, because, man, is it more than worth it. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I did, because I could see these being made into a trilogy of films. Like, they're that fun and that good. So I really hope that does happen someday, because I would watch them and they would be phenomenal. So go out and get it now. And then I'm also gonna segue a little bit and talk about my own work. So now that the review is done and we're right here at the end of the video, I wanted to show off. I got the proofs for Marked Tales of Stange by K.L. Patrick. Look at that. We have this cool little skull guy. I'm going to be ordering copies. A sneak peek at one of my brother's drawings. I'm going to be ordering copies soon, but it comes out March 12th, and it is connected to the world of Three Forks, my first book. The last story within this book is a sequel and a prequel to Three Forks. The others exist in the same world, moving forward to 1990, and one is within, happens at the same time as Three Forks. It's what happened to Alan and how he got to where he was. So that's exciting. I have that going on. And Three Forks 2, which is tentatively called, is in the works. It's being revised. I have some of it here, and I'm excited to share it with everyone. So just that brief little update at the end of this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I will probably be doing some readings from some of my work just to give you guys a taste of things in the near future, and I hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe to the channel, like, follow, whatever you want to do. Go check out John Durgin's work, all of it, because I have not read a book by him I did not enjoy. He has quickly become one of my favorite authors, and of course, he's the one who introduced me to the indie horror landscape. So if it wasn't for him, I might not have been writing this type of work or being involved. So Thank you for that, John. And I hope you guys enjoy uh, the series if you do get it. So go on out to where your books are found or to John's website and get all of them. Read them, review them, and enjoy. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.